Yeah, hi everyone. Myself, I am Harsha. I am PEGA trainer at Harsha Trainings. In today's video, I am going to explain about the interview tips and tricks that is going to work out for you to crack the interview. And also, I am going to give an information about what would be the mindset of the interviewer and what are the different tricks and how you need to manage during the interview when you don't know about the answer for a question. So like this, so many different tips and tricks and apart from the mindset of the interview are being told in this video. This is really going to help you definitely to clearly easily crack your interview. Please don't skip this video. Watch till end. Definitely you'll be able to crack any interview in PEGA, and this is not only going to help in PEGA. These same tips will also help in definitely other programming languages as well. And by the way, in between, if you are new user to this channel, don't forget to subscribe our channel. If you have any technical questions or any career guidance questions, post your questions in the comment section of this video. We would be happy to help you. So now let's get on to the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this particular channel videos with your friends and other connections. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the video now. Let's talk about the mindset of the interviewer and mindset of candidate who is attending the interview for job. See, most of the candidates, they feel like the interviewer, they look at the interviewer as their superior in the sense of knowledge, See, when you are attending an interview, many of them, they feel 99.9% of the candidates, they feel like interviewer knows so many things, so much, he might have so much knowledge compared to me. They feel them, the interviewers, like superiors. Interviewers will not have any such feeling, like looking at the candidate as like a subordinate someone. Okay, but it is only always the candidate. For them, fear will be there, plus they will always feel like the interviewer is having superior knowledge than them. Okay, and also most of the candidates, their mind always thinks about what they are not aware of. Suppose you are not good at integrations from beginning, since the beginning to till you attend interview, or even during attending interview, your mind always thinks about, I know integrations. If they are going to ask integration questions, how to manage. So what if he is going to ask me all integration questions? What if I am not going to answer? I will not get job. This is how the candidate's mindset will be. Okay, it usually happens for every one of you. See, because of this, you keep on thinking about your something that you are not aware of, something that you have not studied. What happens is you will forget what you have studied also, because your mind is completely filled with something which you are unaware of. With that fear only, it has been filled. As a result, you will be definitely forgetting something that you are aware of. A fear gets built in you. So suppose the candidate should be 100% knowledgeable always. What does it mean? 100% knowledgeable means, suppose there are 100 topics that you have to discuss, that you have to know to crack the interview. Out of the 100, you are aware of only 55 topics. Remaining 45, you just know on just a high level, cream level, and even you are not aware of this 45. What happens? Your mind always thinks about remaining 45. What you are aware of, you will not make sure yourself, you will not give yourself a strength of what you are aware of. You always try to tell your mind, I don't know about this task 1, task 2, task 3. What if they are going to ask? That type of fear you are going to build in yourself. As a result, this 55 also will be gone. As a result, you will not be able to crack the interview. You do not even think about what you are not aware of. You did not prepare about 45 topics. You prepared only 55. But this 55, anything is been asked, you should be able to answer. Having the knowledge about 55 topics out of 100 is said to be you are having 100% knowledge. You are knowledgeable 100%. Though you have 55 topics knowledge, still your knowledge is 100% with respect to this 55. Understand clear? This is what most important. It is not mandatory that everyone should know about everything. There are some topics which you might be aware of, but your interviewer not. There are some topics which you are not aware of, but your interviewer aware of. This is very much possible. So do not look at your interviewer as superior, that he knows so many things than me. Don't think like that. You know some concepts, I know some concept. There may be a match. Okay, whatever the question that interviewer is going to ask you, if you know about the answer, you respond. How to manage when you are not aware of the answer, I will tell you in today's session. Okay, that is very, very important. Okay, and before that, you should have 100% knowledge about the subject. When I say 100% knowledge about the subject, I do not mean like you should know all the concepts in the subject. You know only half of the concepts, no problem, but that half you should fully know. Half of the concepts you should fully know. That is what considered to be having 100% good knowledge about the subject. That is fair enough to crack the interview. Okay, and now interviewers are always going to ask the questions that they have faced in their project development, and they are going to always ask the questions from the topics, those topics he might have worked regularly and many times. Whatever the topics that he has touched in his career, he will ask the questions from those topics. Is it possible for an interviewer to ask a question which he never worked on or which he never visited? Is it possible? It is not possible usually. No one will ask like that. Okay, they will always ask you questions from the subject that they have worked on, which means that the questions that you may face will vary from interview to interview. Interview 1, interview 2 may not be same questions. Interview 3, interview 4 may not be same question. See, I told you about going through the interview questions documents, and also I told you about going through interview question and answer sessions that I have uploaded into YouTube, 7 sessions. Plus, also there are some sessions where I have attended an interview as a candidate. Sarita has taken interview, in-depth level questions. All this will help you a lot, but in all this, I tell you one point clearly: you never try to remember. That is what by hearting. Never do it. If you simply read a question and answer, question and answer, question and answer like this, even if you read 1000 question and answers, okay, interviewer may ask you a question 1001. That is possible. When he asks 1001, some other question other than this 1000, you will not be able to answer, because the question that interviewer is asking is not in the list of 1000 questions. Only reading the question and answer and remembering it will suppress your knowledge. That is going to suppress your knowledge. How? See, you focus only on question and answer, you are going to miss the purpose of the concept. I'll tell you an example. In our academics, what do we do? There are 5 units, 5 lessons are there. For example, lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We never read a textbook of the lesson beginning to ending. We never read it. Instead, what do? We go to the last page of the lesson. There are some 5 questions, and we'll read the question, and we go to the exact point in the answer. We'll mark the specific paragraph of the answer. You read 5 questions and you got 5 answers out of the subject for those questions. You read, remember, you present the same. If they ask you any question other than this 5, we just come out of the exam saying that it is out of the syllabus. But this is not out of the syllabus, that is out of our knowledge. That's it. But it is from the same subject. Instead of reading this 5 question and answers, what if you read the same lesson beginning to ending 5 times and try to understand better? First time you didn't understand. Second time, little bit more you understand, right? Third time, even better than that you will understand. Fifth time, you will understand even much better than previous 4 times. Any question that is being asked apart from the 5 questions at the end of the lesson, any new question also you will be able to answer. because you have subject knowledge. So gaining the subject knowledge is always most important thing than reading a question and answer. Why do you need a question and answers? That is the model. This model, they may ask you question. Questions may be framed like this. Questions can be framed like this. That you have to look at a question and answer always as a model. The actual purpose that you have to execute and learn is always the subject. You should understand the subject. Even while you are going through interview question documents or videos, you have to review back to go to the subject. This answer, whether it is correct or not, you have to practically experience to justify it. Otherwise, if someone is going to teach you something wrong, everyone will follow wrong thing. I have told you an example also. Okay, in a data page which is of node level, why do we need access group? In a node level data page, if you select the data page scope is node, in the load management tab, access group is mandatory. We have to give the access group there. Did we discuss about this before? Did we discuss or not? We discussed or not? Maybe you forgot or not? We discussed. I also told you it is there in the video also. You can watch once again. You go and ask this question outside who are working in PEGA since past 10 years. Everyone will tell you same answer. Everyone will tell you this answer. Database will be shared only to the people, operators for whom this access group is matching. Others it will not be available. This is the answer. Why you are getting this answer from everyone? Everyone is reading the same. Maybe they are reading in pdn.pega.com. They are reading in somewhere like from their friends, or maybe some other blogs, maybe some other YouTube channels. They are reading that. And everyone, this has been passed on since past many years. But that is utterly wrong. That statement is utterly wrong. What is exactly the right thing? If I have to explain you the right thing, it will take half an hour time. And I explained already. I told you to watch the video. Go to our YouTube channel and type there data page, node level data page access group, never before explanation. You will find the title like this. You go to our channel and type never before explanation. You will get this. You explain this, your interviewers will not understand, will not be able to understand. Most of the people, they tell that I don't think so. To clear your interview, the answer what everyone is following, you give it, no problem, but that is not subject. That is the problem. You read a question, you get the answer from your friend or from some other source, just you read and remember the answer without practically experiencing it and getting a justification of whether it is right or wrong. This is how the problem. Okay, so if someone says wrong, the wrong is being passed on to the next people as the right one. Everyone will follow the same. Wrong thing will be followed as a right one. If one person says red signal is to move on, everyone follows the same. What will happen? Everyone will follow red signal is for moving on. The purpose of what it is being defined, everyone will forget one day, but that should not happen. Okay, so go to the video and watch that. I think I have explained almost 20 minutes. I have explained diagrammatically, not so simply I have explained. If you understand that, that means you are really expert in PEGA. Okay, so this is what about understanding the subject and gaining the subject knowledge is most important. Your interviewers are always going to ask you questions that they have worked on, that they have experienced, that they had come across in their lifetime. Every question that is being asked need not to answer. See, the mistake that you are going to do in interview is, even though you do not know answer, you try to respond. That is the biggest problem. That will give you negative marks. As a result, what will happen? You struggle. You say some answer. Interview is going to cross question. Are you sure? Now you are going to step back. That shows less confidence in your face, in your eyes. Being less confident will not be hiring. You have to be confident enough when you say something. Correct? That means you are knowledgeable. You are trying to say something means you are pretending to be like you know about it. But if he is going to cross question you, then you are taking your step back and you are saying no, something else. As a result of all these, more fear is going to get built in you. Next two questions, even though you know answers, you will not be able to answer. See, you have to be sitting in the interview with a plain empty mind. Empty mind means subject should be there, but this fear, all this should be completely eradicated. The different thoughts that you are going to have, interviewer is knowledgeable than me. What if he is going to ask that? What if he is going to catch me in the interview like a fake resource or something? This and all is not required. Let him catch what is going to happen. You will take other interview. He will take the interview for other candidate. Nothing will happen. Okay, there is nothing to be ashamed. Leave it. Your interview also might have come the same way how you are trying now today. That's why I'm always saying it is the knowledge that plays a key role. It is not about your paper of experience. That may be a criteria. Your degree is a criteria. Your degree is not knowledge. Degree is a criteria. Degree is not a knowledge. Degree paper is just to meet the criteria. That is a proof. A 10th standard person had done far better than 25 years of software development experience resource. Not even 10th standard, 5th standard. Apple has given him a job. 5th standard. Getting crores of $1 million of salary in Apple at the age of 8 years. They have been offering. Then what is playing the key role here? Knowledge only. The way how you utilize something that is been available with you. Properly, if you are utilizing it, okay, then you are skillful. Then you will be paid accordingly. So interviewer is going to ask a question now. Let's say, I'll tell you one example. I think I might have told you this already. You take the game of football. In a football game, there will be two teams, team 1, team 2. They have to make the goal into their what do you call that? Favorable net. Okay. The intention of the players who are playing team 1, team 2, their intention should not be always making a goal into the net. If that is the intention, they can never make a goal. They have to play for bringing that ball into their own favorable court. First, you bring the ball into your own favorable court, right? Before the goal, ball should be there in your favorable position, correct? That is your favorable court. You bring the ball into your favorable court, game is in your hand. Maybe just now, within less span of time or taking more time, definitely you will be able to go make a goal, right? If the ball is in opponent's court, is it going to be easy to make the goal? It will be highly difficult, right? Bring the ball first into, that should be your final target. Your target should never be job. The target should always be presenting yourself. Make sure you are always playing in your safe grounds. Okay, I'll tell you about this. Once you bring the ball into your favorable court, you can easily make the goal. Obviously, you will get the job. After you make the goal, you are going to be the winner. Interviewer will ask you questions of his knowledge boundaries. Interviewer will have some boundaries for his knowledge, right? He will always ask the questions in the boundaries of his knowledge level. You will always be able to respond to the questions if the questions fall into your boundaries of knowledge. If it is beyond your boundaries, then will you be able to answer? If I am going to ask a question that is not in your knowledge boundaries, will you be able to answer? You never try to answer that pretending to be like you know it. Never try like that. I'll tell you how to manage. For example, you are attending an interview. Interview is asking a question. Please explain about how do you configure MQ service. This is a question that has been asked. So what is your response for this? What is your response going to be? See, many people, 99% of the people, they try to answer. They might know about some information a little bit. They try to elaboratively say that, feeling like to give an impression to the interviewer like they know about it. But that is wrong. You're not aware of it, right? You know only one thing. MQ is a service, message queue service. From the question that is being asked during interview, you understand like, okay, message queue is a service. Now you need to look into yourself. Do you aware of any other services? Are you aware of any other services other than MQ? What are the services you are aware of? SOAP service and REST service. Now, you have, if you are sitting without answering, you say that I don't know about MQ, it will give a negative marking. Simply, you should not say I don't know about MQ. And if you say, if you try to answer everything like knowing about MQ, you may get negative marks again, because you will struggle. You will cross question you. Are you sure? You will take your step back for sure, definitely. Then you will get negative marking. That impression will continue, and that impact will also be there in the next questions. So you no need to do all this. See, you can play like this. You can say like MQ is a service message queue which I am not aware of. The reason being, this is not implemented in our project so far, current or before project. So I never got chance to work in this MQ so far. Maybe it is there in your project. After this interview is done, definitely I'll go back and try to learn it from PDM. Okay. pdm.pega.com. I have a home version to learn. I'll try to practice and gain knowledge on this. Okay. What are you trying to say now? What are you trying to say him now? What is the meaning of answering like this? What kind of impression you wanted to give him? Saying like this, you're trying to give him an impression that you have that enthusiasm to learn when something new is being given to you. If I'm going to assign you a new task, you are ready to take it even though you are not aware of it. You are ready to learn. You are enthusiastic to learn about the new things. That is the impression that is going to get created. Apart after this, you should tell him, sometime back I'm not aware of SOAP service and REST service also. At the initial stages when I started working on PEGA, I'm not aware of how to work with SOAP service and REST service. But today I'm aware of SOAP and REST, because sometime back I learned it and I work on it. When SOAP and REST is being assigned to me, I learn it through bdm.pega.com. I learn it gaining the knowledge from my tech lead and my colleagues. I've taken their help and I was able to deliver it without missing the deadlines. And as I'm aware of SOAP and REST, instead of MQ, if you could ask me about SOAP or REST service, I'm happy that I'll be able to answer. But in future, definitely I'll be learning MQ and I'll be able to perform for sure. Next time when I'm going to meet you, I'll be with the knowledge of MQ, having the knowledge of MQ. Answering one answer like this, if you give, what are you doing here is you are inviting the interviewer to ask the questions that are in your boundaries of knowledge. You're inviting the interviewer into your boundaries. You're dragging him into, if you invite him saying that I'm aware of SOAP REST, you can ask me any question in SOAP REST, I'll try my level best to answer that. Definitely they will ask you. There's nothing wrong. They'll not say that I don't ask you what you are aware of, I'll ask you whatever I know. They don't say like this. Immediately they will start asking you about, okay, let's see SOAP and MQ, let us see your knowledge. It is very, very important that how he is presenting what he is aware of. That is most important. You are there at the interview in order to present yourself, not to give answer to everything that has been asked. Whatever that you are aware of, that you present. Only that point. Whatever you don't know, no matter. No point of thinking about what you are not sure about or what you are not aware of. Whatever the knowledge that you have gained that is there in your mind, that you need to present in a best way. You need to give the interviewer a confidence that you will be able to take up the new challenges. That is what you are writing in your resume at the very beginning line. So that is what you are trying to say. You are trying to accept the new challenges when it comes to you, and also you are showcasing that you are always a kind of person. You try to gain the knowledge from your tech leads and team leads or colleagues. You have good coordination with them. You share the knowledge and you take the knowledge, and you learn from pdm.pega.com. You are a self-learner. You never miss the deadlines. You are just answering all of this. You are projecting yourself in a way that you are a person of self-learning. You are a person who can have good coordination within your team. You will share your knowledge, you will gain your knowledge, and also you are inviting the interviewer to ask the questions from the subject, similar subject that you are aware of. You are telling him one more point, that you did not know even SOAP and REST. You learn it and you performed it, right? Same way you give me something that I know and I don't know, I will not reject. I learn and I'll perform. This is where you will be rewarded. Okay, everyone clear? So this is how your presentation should be when you are attending interview. See, you have to be speaking with a true heart. You don't need to give any false promises during interview. Okay, you know, you present it. How can you present something which you are not aware of, which you don't know? How can you present it? Is it possible? It is never possible. Okay, even if you present like that, definitely there are chances you will fail. Don't do that. See, cracking an interview is not just answering a question. Okay, cracking an interview depends on your way of, your skill of managing the situation. See, I don't know answer. How did I manage? I managed in a better way. Simply saying I don't know about it is different. Saying like this is different. This will give you positive marking. You did not answer MQ, but the way how you have answered will give a positive marking by the interviewer. Definitely you will be hired for sure. The way how you manage the situation, that is what most important. Your management skills, the requirement of management skills for any candidate who is working in IT industry as a developer, the requirement of management skills is 70%. We need only 30% of the development skills. I did not say this. It was being said by the CEO of TCS. You go to the book called Emotional Intelligence. In that book, he told, I did not say this. Okay, even you are a developer, your skillful only 30%. Okay, we'll hire you. Your intelligence of management skill we need. How you manage at the client, how you manage the situation to escape, to make it in a positive way. This is what most important. This is going to play a key role in your career. That is going to help you as well as your company. We need this type of people. So this is how you need to manage to answer the questions. Understand everyone clear? So that's what I wanted to tell you about. The interviewer mindset will always be like this. Interviewer is going to look at a candidate. I wanted to hire this candidate. That will be his intention. No interviewer will be like, I want to scrutinize him and send him back. No interviewer's mindset will be like, maybe in 1 lakh interview, 100,000 people, one may be like that. I am not very much sure. But every interviewer feeling will be like, at least I wanted to select this candidate if he's going to at least tell me something. That's why they keep on asking. Even if you're not answering, they'll ask you next question. Just okay, at least next question if he's going to answer, I'll hire him. They will give so many chances to you. Okay, so at the time of the interview, during the interview, when you are at the interview panel, your interview proceeding should happen like a discussion and a simple presentation. Instead of saying discussion, it should be like a simple presentation. It's not like he is going to be a superior, you are going to be an inferior, and you are not going to be a subordinate or something. Okay, so feel the interviewer like your colleague. He is going to ask his doubts. You are clarifying. You know you clarify, don't know you don't clarify. Present yourself of your best of what you are. That's it. You don't need to hide anything, or you don't need to project something which you do not have. Okay, clear? Makes sense? That is with respect to either personal qualities, technical qualities, or anything. Okay, don't project anything which is added extra. Okay, that will make it like extra thing.